Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is a very important message for all Nigerians, particularly those of us that are living in this south. I really want to comment on the current, mischievous propaganda, especially by some commentators, newspaper columnists, some of our colleagues in the media, particularly the southern press, both electronic and print media, the elite, most of them, predominantly of the southern extraction, that are calling on the prosecution and arrest of Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, because of his call that the federal government should discuss and dialogue with the bandits as the only peaceful means of resolving these incessant, attacks, kidnappings and killings, particularly, in the southwest, in the northwest. It has been an issue of immense concern, particularly most of us in the north, the lingering insecurity that has defied military solution, despite billions of naira in budgetary allocations, to the military. We know we are dealing with a very, big crisis that is capable of consuming virtually the economy of the north, and we are seeing it here in the north. The economy is crippling and going down by the day, and unless and until something is done urgently, especially by the authorities, even this farming season, there will be a lot of difficulties for our poor people to go to farm. And if that happens, the food crisis, hunger, poverty, even though it is even existing as of today, will double, will increase, and then the rate of crime automatically will also go up. So I think some of us that are really criticizing Sheikh Gumi, for his consistency and insisting that the federal government should dialogue with the bandits, are being selfish and mischievous. His position is very clear. The position of Sheikh Gumi is very clear. He is not in any way in support of any criminality being perpetrated by the Fulani herders, by the Fulani herdsmen, by the armed Fulani herdsmen. He is not in any way in support of them. And I bear testimony as a major stakeholder, among those that used to visit the forest. Whenever we are in the forest, at the risk of his life, he used to tell the bandits to their face that what you are doing is against Islam. What you are doing is against the laws of the land. What you are doing cannot be justified in any way. So this thing is criminality. He has said this thing over and over again. But his critics are mischievously overlooking it. Okay, his position is that in view of their large number, in view of the sophisticated arms in their possession, and in view of the havoc they are creating in the society, and in view of the fact that whenever they want to attack, they attack at free will without any challenge or without any intervention by the military or the police. We all know of even recent instances and cases of kidnappings and killings. They kill without any intervention, they kidnap without any intervention. So the position of Sheikh Gumi is very clear. If as a government, if as a people, you found yourself in this kind of crisis, what is the solution? Since you know that you are not in a position, for example, to stop attacks, you know that you are not in a position to stop the killings, you know that you are not in a position to stop the kidnapping, then what option do you have as a responsible government? The only option is for you to go into dialogue with them if that dialogue can preserve even one single line. And that is the position of Sheikh Gumi. And then the second position of Sheikh Gumi is that if, for example, despite all the atrocities of the Biafra people, of those that are agitating for the state of Biafra, the IPOB members, if despite all their atrocities, attacking police formations, burning police stations, killing police officers, killing soldiers, breaking, prisons, setting, inmates, prisoners free, all the atrocities, killing of northern people across the southeast. If despite all their atrocities, now the federal government, through, for example, the Minister of Labor, Chris Ngige, has accepted to dialogue with them or to reconcile so that, the military intervention in the area, will be reduced or government will withdraw the soldiers, then why not extend the same gesture to the Fulani bandits? And honestly and sincerely, what is the difference between an ordinary Fulani bandit that used to kill, an ordinary Fulani bandit with arms, an ordinary Fulani bandit that used to kidnap? What is the difference with an IPOB member that used to kill police officers and soldiers, with an IPOB member that used to attack police formation and then kill northerners at will? What is the difference? They are all criminals. They are all terrorists. So there is no way that can be justified, by our opponents or those that are criticizing Sheikh Gumi. I think they should be fair in their assessment. They should be fair in their criticism. In as much as the federal government or any authority, in Nigeria will justify, any mediation, any dialogue with any group within the Yoruba community or within the Igbo community, I don't see any reason why that same gesture cannot be extended to the Fulanis. And until and unless this is done, I can assure you that there won't be guarantee for peace and security, especially across the Northwest. Because we have understand the problem we have. We understood the kind of predicament we have. We don't have the capacity to protect lives and properties. And in a situation like that, and unless and until we have that capacity, for example, to destroy criminals at once, so that everybody will have the peace, then the only option for us is to apply the carrot and stick approach. And that is what Sheikh Gumi is insisting. Then the second issue, there has to be justice, because most of them are victims also of cattle rustling. You left, a large percentage of society in ignorance, in abject poverty, in squalor. You left them, without education, without basic facilities of life like water, clinics, and all necessary basic things. You left them without their possession. They have been exploited, by officials, sometimes by even the police. So once there is injustice, you have to find a way of addressing that injustice as a leader. Then as much as we have done that, by the grace of God, any effort towards dialogue, towards peace can be sustained. And that is the position of the Sheikh. So those of them that are even calling for the president or the presidency, to arrest Sheikh Gumi, they don't even know what they are doing. Because as far as we're concerned, we have not seen any offense he has committed. If there is one person, in Nigeria that should be rewarded for sacrificing his life towards ensuring the peace and security of the whole nation, irrespective of whether you are a Muslim or a Christian, that person is Sheikh Gumi. We have not seen any minister, we have not seen any government appointee, we have not seen any pastor or any sheikh or any Mallan that sacrificed his life to go to the bush and go and mediate with these bandits, and go and pacify these bandits, and go and tell these bandits the real truth, that what they are doing is not good. We have not seen one single person in Nigeria that has done that apart from Sheikh Gumi. So if somebody can do that, what will be his reward? You think his reward, as far as we are concerned, is arrest and detention? You are deceiving yourselves. So we know what we are doing in this country, and what we are doing is not against the law. So I want to send a very strong signal, especially to the Southerners, that we will not be intimidated, we will not be blackmailed. Nobody will blackmail us. What we are doing, we believe it is in the interest of the country. We believe we are sacrificing more than all those people that are ranting, more than all these people that are spreading falsehood and lies, more than all these people that are spreading blackmail. So this is just my simple message for them. Sheikh Gumi will remain who he is. He will be consistent in seeing that this thing comes to an end, and then he hold his position that this is the best way of solving this problem. Thank you very much.